Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have the big one, folks. It's Game 5 in a best-of-5 series. It is the finals of the TL Open, the TSL qualifier number 4 on the European server. Our players are WhiteRa, much better known as WhiteRa. He is the blue Protoss up in the top right-hand corner of Shakuras Plateau, and his opponent is, as always in this series, Liquid TLO, this time sporting the purple Terran. He has shown some Terran play already in this series. Didn't quite go so well for him there on Scrap Station. It seems that PvP has actually been TLO's best matchup, his best random matchup here in this series, taking both PvP games against WhiteRa, who should actually have more PvP experience. TLO doing some interesting things, hallucinating a Phoenix, getting Blink Stalkers, getting Dark Templar out quickly, force fielding his ramp against WhiteRa's Dark Templar. Everything has been going right for TLO in those PvP situations. Decision making has been just amazing, but now he's got Terran. We got to see if he can complete the series here. Game 5, this is the last game. WhiteRa should actually have a great chance of winning this, as well as they are both incredibly good players. I'm not sure who's going to win. Liquid TLO sticking to the very standard Terran build, and WhiteRa dropping that gateway and heading on out of here with his first probe. Needs to find out not only where his opponent TLO is, but what race he is. Obviously, he's been playing random this entire time, and every single game has ended around the 10 to 12 minute mark. These players are both capable of some really amazing macro games. I'm so surprised that every single game seems to be so aggressive from one player or the other, wasting no time. TLO usually the aggressor, WhiteRa actually being the aggressor in both of the Protoss games, but TLO able to defend those and actually fight back, eventually winning any Protoss versus Protoss that we've seen here. Anyway, back to this game. Orbital Command coming up right on time. Cybernetics Core should be starting for WhiteRa soon as this pylon finishes. 150 minerals are here, so Cybernetics Core dropped as soon as humanly possible. Probe is finally going to locate Liquid TLO down here in the bottom left. Going to see a single Marine already shooting at his face. Probably not going to enjoy that too much. A single supply depot granting vision over these destructible rocks. Good decision. WhiteRa actually did the same with a pylon of his own. Is this Marine actually going to kill the probe? Yes, so TLO scores a nice little scouting kill here. Where is TLO's SCV? There he is, poking in to WhiteRa's base. Going to see everything there is to see. Basically just a gateway and a cybernetics core, and now a second Vespene gas assimilator as well. Gonna head out here and start to build a bunker. WhiteRa, is he gonna let this happen? He's got a single zealot completed already. He's gonna run down the ramp, see this bunker starting to be built. He's just gonna gun it straight for the SCV, and a few whacks of those side blades means that TLO is not gonna be able to finish this bunker. Is he gonna cancel it in time? I have to imagine he will. And yes, he does cancel it, as he just lets that zealot waste some time whacking at it for a few seconds. But TLO looks like he's going to actually try and do some aggression his own self here. First Barracks already has a tech lab, already getting stim, and has 2 Marines out in the midfield here. WhiteRa is sending a zealot of his own to try and battle them. A single Marauder is being made, actually one already completed, and a second one being built. TLO not doing much except getting workers and infantry here. WhiteRa, on the other hand, adding 2 more gateways, getting warp gate tech completed, getting a sentry out now just in case TLO shows up unannounced. He can be able to force field that ramp of his. 3 gateways about to be here. Warp gates being researched. No chrono boost on it just yet. He just had enough energy for a new one. Is he going to use it? I don't know. But TLO starting to move with another SCV. Is he going to try and do another bunker attempt? We'll see in a moment. WhiteRa is actually looking like he might expand here. He's sent a probe over to his natural. He's got a pylon down already for some warp-in defense, and he's saving up minerals, so it looks like a Nexus is going to be his choice. Yes, we do see one coming down on the natural. TLO might like this fact. He might not, as this Nexus, of course, is going to be a little bit more defended than he would hope with this single Sentry, Zealot, and Stalker. Can they hold off 2 Marauders and 2 Marines? They don't have Stimpack just yet. TLO attacking before the stim is actually finished, and these 2 sentries came out of nowhere. Another Stalker being warped in here. WhiteRa looks like he's going to be able to hold this off with absolutely no problems. That's got to give TLO a giant sinking feeling in his stomach. He is losing yet another Marauder. Didn't even get a shot off. It stimmed up and instantly died. WhiteRa has tier 1 units heading over through the middle of the map, and TLO is trying to expand right now. Oh no, this is not going to be good for him, I don't believe. Single Marauder hoofing it back to the natural. He's adding on 2 more barracks now and a factory. That's a lot of production with not a lot of income, really. 28 workers for WhiteRa. WhiteRa actually has the worker advantage. TLO has lost 2 SCVs over there at WhiteRa's natural, and he is starting to strike back a little bit, bringing a probe of his own to drop a forward pylon near TLO's natural entrance. He does have a lot of zealots, sentries, and stalkers here compared to only 2 marauders for TLO. That's all he's got. This bunker will certainly help. Oh, another marine and marauder pop up to help out. He does have stim at least, but instead of getting concussive shells next, he's getting combat shields. He can dump some units into this bunker, so it should help, but this is just a lot of units from WhiteRa. He's got how many gates now? Just 3 warp gates still. Adding on this Nexus, he could actually take that number up to 5 or 6. TLO adding on a Stargate now. He needs to get some production out of all these buildings, taking his time getting a reactor on this factory. TLO obviously does not know that WhiteRa is hanging around outside his base with this huge force. 67 supply for WhiteRa against only 45 of TLO. That's a big difference. That's about 50% more units for WhiteRa. Force fields go down, trying to cut off reinforcements, trying to cut off those SCVs. They're not going to be able to repair this bunker. It was empty anyway, but these Marines and Marauders trying to get in good enough position to fight against this. A couple of Marines and SCVs and a Mule actually get pinned in there by this very good force field by WhiteRa. As he warps in, though, it looks like his Stalkers are just going to be attacking that orbital command. He sends the rest of his forces up here to battle the few remaining Marines and Marauders that TLO has left. Still no concussive shells. I have to feel like that would have helped him a little bit, but combat shields is not a terrible choice either. All these SCVs being pulled off the line here. I'm actually going to take this orbital command in the frame down here so we can see when it gets destroyed. All those Stalkers there just fighting without anything there to slow them down. That orbital command is taking lots of damage and is going to burn down, eventually be lasered to death, and it did explode. So TLO, all he has left right now are a couple of Hellions and a couple of Marines. They'll do just fine against this Zealot, but all these Stalkers coming up the ramp now means that TLO is not going to have enough to fight this off. He GG's, and that is our series, folks. WhiteRa, yet again, impressing everyone with his amazing play. He has just been on such a roll in 2011, got a couple $1,000 already this year, and now he has an automatic qualifying spot for the TSL with thousands of dollars in prize money. He has got to feel really great about his play lately, and hopefully he will continue to show us some amazing games. Liquid TLO, on the other hand, came so close last week in the TL Open. He did quite well this week, getting to the finals, taking it to a Game 5. Winning those 2 PvP games, losing both of the TVP games. Unfortunately for him, WhiteRa seems to have it figured out. He has a good timing with his attacks. He had such good timing there defending his natural before that Nexus was even completed, and just showed TLO how it's done. So very good series. Hope you guys enjoyed watching TLO's road to the finals and then those finals games themselves. I'm going to cast some more games from the TL Open, probably show WhiteRa's road to the finals as well. You'll know who wins, but hopefully the games will be entertaining. I did see a couple of games that caught my eye as well. A couple with Show, a couple with Kiwi Kaki, some really good games, so I'm going to be casting a lot out of this replay pack. This tournament was stacked with talent, and I'm going to pass the awesome on to you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys will watch some more in the near future. See you later.